adventures hours in Moenchbruch, and today I'm here together with Zia to explore the second biggest nature reserve in the vicinity. It's called Moenchbruch, close to Mervelden. The back of me is where I parked. This is the hotel and the restaurant close to the street. We're going to enter now that nature's reserve, in which we can see some nice streams, deers, otters. Hopefully we're able to see all this. Let's go. All right, crossing this small bridge. Looks promising. As you can see, nature's reserve. Now this stream is important. As you can see, it comes from here. And this hotel and restaurant, in the past, 200 years ago, it used to be a mill, a water mill. And the monks were here, and they used to operate this mill. That's why it's called Moenchbruch. Mönch means monk in German. So this is the restaurant and hotel Moenchbruch. So Zia is waiting for me, for us to be able to enter this nature's reserve. It's springtime. As you can see, sakura, a Japanese cherry tree in full bloom. Here we can see a spruce which is covered by ivy. Ivy is a plant that grows very high and becomes very thick, and if it's not liberated, those trees will be strangled. Time to remove the ivy. Here you have another stream. And here we are, Moenchbruch. So the first thing we see, and I'm very surprised because it's the first time I see it, it's this plant. This is called the wild garlic, Bärlauch. It's a plant, it's not a garlic, but it tastes like garlic. It's edible, you can buy it, it's very good. It's very, very tasty. Wild garlic. As you can see, all the paths here, all along, you can see the wild garlic. I just took a leaf and I crushed it, and it smells very strong like garlic. So it's very nice to see that here we have truly a forest. It's very dense. That's the way it's supposed to be. That you can hardly pass through, or not even pass through. And that is where you will find a lot of deers, wild boars, many other animals, foxes. So we're now here in the grassland, very big meadow, and right in front of us there is a tower where you can go up and have a look. Even the streams, you can see normally otters, nutria. Hopefully we can find one today. That would be nice. Most common plant here, of course, is the reed along the streams. A great place for ducks to hide and other birds, even nutria, otters. Let's look for them. You can see on the panel different birds that you can encounter. So here's the tower. We'll go up there just to have a look. So here we have a look at this grass field in Moenchbruch. You can see a place perfect for animals to breed. Okay, so let's continue with our walk. As you can see, we're here in a swamp area. This whole grassland is almost half swamp, and it's an ideal place, of course, for plants to grow. Southern plants. Looks like a rice field. At the moment it's very quiet. I don't see any animals, any birds, and no otters, unfortunately. Most likely, if you'll be staying here overnight, and like around 1 o'clock in the morning or 2, you would see deers coming here to eat the fresh green grass. But deers are very shy animals, and that's why it's really hard to see them. Not to mention almost impossible at daytime. So there we can see some birds. I don't have a higher close-up, but there we can see them. As far as we can distinguish, they are most likely these here, the becassin. You can find also many other birds, plants, and 2 kinds of frogs. Let's see if we're lucky. Here we are at a lake in this nature's reserve, the second biggest in our region. And in this lake you will find a very seldom species of fish that lives on shells. However, the nutria, the otters, they are eating those shells as well. And that's a big problem for the survival of the fish. Those otters are not native species, they come from South America. And that's why nobody knows how they arrived here. Most likely somebody let them loose. And now they're trying to get rid of those invasive species that endanger the local species. You can see an old man sitting on the bench taking pictures of 2 Canada geese together with the small ones. What you can also find here are grass snakes. You can find them also in the mountains. They are seldom. I've seen them when I was younger, hiding especially on the dead trees. And they're not poisonous, not at all. but they're seldom and they're very important because they eat mice and rats. If you want to see animals, then this is really the wrong time. This is not African safari where you see animals in daytime everywhere. Animals here are very shy. Best time will be at the break of dawn or at nighttime. Those are the times where people don't go out, and that's the time where animals can go to hunt, look for food. But you never know, maybe one time you're lucky and you do see. So this is a very nice forest actually. Healthy because it's combined with different species of trees. You have evergreens like the pines, and you have the deciduous trees, how to pronounce. Those are the trees that lose their leaves in fall. You have oaks, you have beeches, birches, many other species here. We're here at a small bridge. So as you can see, this nature reserve is full of streams. This is very good. Water is life. Nice clear water flowing. Two pines that you can see here in front of us are not the red pines. Those are North American species of pines called the Weymouth pines. You can notice them, how they're very slim, and the cones are different. The pine cones are long, elongated. The Weymouth pine. Next time we're going to make a video of all the species of trees that we can encounter. Very nice here, the forest, it's dense. Everything is green. Trees are rotting, which is very good. Healthy forest. Look at this tree. There are some animals here, maybe wild boars. As you have noticed, all this is a very young forest. Majority of the trees are not older than 20 years. There are a few older ones, like this birch, maybe 50. Like the oak in front of us, maybe 100. But all the other trees, as you can see, they were planted in the last 20 years. One time we'll try to go in the forest and stay there, go there overnight, and at the break of dawn we'll try to see some animals. Now we're going back to where we came from. We're finishing this small stroll in Moenchbruch. We hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining. Take care of yourself. See you in the next video, and please don't forget, subscribe to Adventure is Ours. Bye.